Hey, Antonio, you better be up because I've got some pretty big news to share with you. Huh? Charlie, what's up? Is it good news? Because it's still kind of early and bad news in the morning is always the worst. Huh? What are you on about? Are you still half asleep? Of course it's good news. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so excited. Okay, then hit me, bro. You ready for this? Yeah! Okay then, here goes. Oh, come on and stop teasing me. You know I hate it. Alright, well, I'm getting married. What? Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I bet Betty's over the moon. It is Betty that you asked, isn't it? Oh, haha, very funny. You know that it is. Just double checking. Anyway, have you set a date yet? I need to know so I can book it off ASAP. I don't want to be working on your big day, or the day after it actually, as I'll probably have quite a big hangover. We haven't set an official date just yet, but we were thinking maybe next summer? Oh, a summer wedding. That should be nice. Yeah, I guess. What's wrong? You don't seem that excited about getting married. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the party and all. It should be fun, but I just thought that I'd get to have a bit more fun before I had to settle down, you know? But if you feel like that, why'd you ask her to marry you? Well, I didn't want her getting away, you know? She's loaded and it wouldn't be long before someone snapped her up just for her money. I didn't want to lose all of that just because I wouldn't marry her. She was the one, really, who was pushing this. She kept dropping hints about marriage and settling down and all that stuff. I knew that if I didn't show that I was committed to her, that she would just move on. I mean, she might not be the prettiest of women, but her dad owns a Fortune 500 company, so she's incredibly wealthy. She'd have loads of suitors lining up to marry her. Dude, that's really messed up to talk like that about the woman you've been dating for months and you're now intending to marry. What? No, it isn't. I'm just being honest. If you don't love her, then you shouldn't marry her. Regardless of whether she's wealthy or not, it's not right. She won't be happy in that kind of life, and it's just wrong to keep her in a loveless marriage simply because you want to be rich. Oh, don't be such a square. You'd do the same if you were in my shoes. I mean, I'll be set for life because her dad will make sure that she never goes without. Which in turn means that I would be looked after too. Besides, it's not like the marriage would be completely devoid of love. I don't hate Betty, and we get along alright, so we'd be fine. And if I wanted to have a bit of fun, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. Dude, are you seriously saying that you're planning on cheating on your soon-to-be wife before you're even married? What do you think I've been doing throughout the relationship so far? I want a fun life, Tone, and I'm not gonna get that just sitting at home with a boring wife. She'll want children too, which will just drag my life down even more as well. I'll need some way to let my frustrations out. Wouldn't you rather I go out and have a bit of fun instead of getting into arguments with Betty all the time? Besides, I get her little gifts every time just to show her that I'm still thinking about her and to keep her happy. I've got it all worked out. It's still not a good thing to do. I really think that you need to have a long conversation with Betty and just be honest with how you're feeling to her. She deserves to know. You always have to be such a goody-goody, don't you? It's not being a goody-goody, it's just doing what's right. You'll be happier for it as well. If you really don't want to be married or tied down yet, then you'll just come to resent Betty for marrying you. Things will only get worse from there, so you just need to tell her the truth and maybe you two can work something out. Fine. Good. If the wedding still goes on though after everything, I'll be happy to attend. It'll be fun. Yeah, fun. Anyway, I've gotta go. I'm meeting up with Betty and her father to go over some things for the wedding. Okay, don't forget to have that conversation with her though. I will. See ya. Hey Charlie, are you excited for your wedding? It's only 1 month away now. Yeah, I know, it seems like the time has flown by. I can't believe that Betty still wanted to marry you after you told her the truth. It just goes to show that being honest really is the best policy. Now you can both go into this marriage happy with one another and knowing what to expect. Yeah, sure. Oh, there was just one thing I wanted to ask about. Yeah, what's that? Well, it's just the wedding is a month away now and I haven't had an invite. I was just wondering if you'd forgotten to give me one because of how much we've been talking. So you just assumed that I was coming or if it had gotten lost or something. I'm only asking because I thought I would need to fill out the meal preferences and you need to sort out the seating at the tables. I didn't want to mess everything up seating-wise because we forgot to add me. Oh, no, I didn't forget to invite you. You're not coming. What? You're joking, right? No, I'm completely serious. But I'm your brother. Why don't you want me at your wedding? Well, I thought that would be easy to figure out. It's because you're poor. What? Yeah, Mom told me that you lost your job a couple months ago and that you're currently unemployed and living at home with her. She even had the audacity to ask me if I could talk to Betty's dad to see if he had a job going that you could have. I mean, how good would that have made me look? Me asking my millionaire father-in-law if he had a job to give my poor, unemployed brother. It would make me look as if I'm looking for a handout. I'm not about to embarrass myself like that. Well, I didn't ask my mom to say that, and that doesn't mean that you don't have to invite me to your wedding. I just won't mention anything about my job or circumstances. I doubt anyone will be asking about me anyway, considering it's your big day. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It is my big day, so I don't want anything to go wrong or for anything to embarrass me, including you. There will be lots of big investors at this thing, and I don't want them finding out that I'm related to such a poor loser. They'll just laugh me out of my own wedding. Now that I'm finally gonna join high society, I can't be seen mixing with the likes of poor people like you. I'll just be made a laughingstock. So that's why you're not welcome at the wedding anymore. It's just too risky and too much trouble to deal with. Wow, and to think I actually thought that I meant something to you. You know, as your brother and all. So, I'm just guessing my mom's not invited to the wedding either then? Considering she's not got a lot of money either. Well, no, of course Mom is coming. I mean, she is my mom. It would look kind of weird if she didn't come. I can make up a pretty good excuse for you though, so you don't need to worry about that. So, let me get this straight. I'm the only one who isn't going to your wedding out of the family. Well, you are the only one who's kind of a loser. Who would want to be associated with that? Jeez, I don't know what's been going on these last couple of months with you, but you've turned into a horrible person. I hope you know that. I mean, ever since you asked Betty to marry you, all you've gone on about is how rich you'll become and how much better your life will be once you can buy whatever it is you want. Have you even told Betty that you cheated on her all throughout your relationship? Or did you lie to me when you said that you'd had a proper conversation with her? Of course I lied to you. Who in their right mind would purposefully go and tell their super rich wife-to-be that they had cheated on them multiple times? Or that the only reason they were marrying them was for their money? You'd have to be insane to do that. No one would stick around if they were told that. Charlie, you can't marry her then. It's just not right. She's a nice girl, and she deserves better than to be lied to and conned into a marriage with a heartless, money-grabbing asshole like you. Do you know how many times she's told me that she's looking forward to marrying you and starting a family with you? She literally thinks that you love her and that you want to be with her no matter what. Well, that's her silly fault then, isn't it? If you don't tell her the truth, then I will. What good would that do? All you'd be doing is breaking her heart and humiliating her a month before her wedding. You do realize she'd then have to call it off and tell everyone that was invited, including all of her father's business partners and potential business partners, that she wasn't getting married anymore. Their family name would definitely be dragged into the gossip wheel then, and they'd have to do loads of damage control. No, I think the best thing that you can do is just let the marriage go ahead and stay away like I've told you to. It would be the kindest thing to do, for Betty's sake. I think that she would rather know that her husband-to-be is a lying, cheating scumbag than enter a marriage with someone who simply won't treat her like she deserves. Look, just stay away from my wedding and pretty much the rest of my life. I don't need you messing everything up. Got it? I'm not just gonna sit back and do nothing. You better. Otherwise, you'll regret it. Now, I've got dinner with Pete, that's Betty's father, and some of his investors, so I have to go. Don't cause any trouble for me. Got it? No promises. I mean it, Antonio. Don't do anything. I'll make your life a living hell if you do. Now, goodbye. Hey, Betty, it's Antonio.
Oh, hey Antonio. Is everything alright?
Sort of. It's about your wedding.
Oh, I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. It's going to be one of the biggest weddings of the year. Everyone will be there. Not that I'm too bothered about that. As long as the most important people are there, that's all that matters. I just can't wait to marry the love of my life. Have you got your suit ready? Did Charlie tell you that it should be a dark kind of purple color? That's what all of the groomsmen are wearing. But you know Charlie. He's probably forgotten to tell you those details. LOL.
Yeah, about that. Look, Betty, I don't think I'll be going to the wedding.
Huh? Why not?
Well, Charlie just messaged me to tell me that he doesn't want me to go to the wedding as I'm currently unemployed. As the business I was working for went under and I was made redundant, he said that because of that, I can't come as I'd make him look bad in front of your father and all of his business partners. He doesn't want your family thinking he's related to poor people.
What? That's ridiculous. My dad doesn't care if you're rich or not. You know him. He's just happy as long as I am. Whether I marry a rich person or not, he doesn't care. Charlie knows this as well. I don't get why he would say that you can't come. Let me just ask him right now. I'm sure there's just been a huge misunderstanding and it just needs sorting out.
Well, there was something else that I needed to tell you.
Hang on, let me just talk to Charlie first and sort this out. Then you can tell me whatever you need to tell me.
No, wait, you really need to hear this.
Okay, if it's that urgent. Charlie, dear, I just had the most curious message.
Oh, Betty, I don't really have the time to talk at the minute.
Oh, this will only take a moment.
Look, I've really not got the time. I really have to go.
Wait, you didn't invite Antonio to the wedding? Why not?
He doesn't fit in. Unemployed. He looks pathetic. Can't associate with someone like that.
Huh? So you really didn't invite him?
Well, no. How'd you find out anyway?
Antonio just messaged me to tell me. I can't believe you've done that to your own brother. You know that my dad doesn't care about how wealthy people are? In fact, he prefers to give his money to charities to help those who need it. My dad cares more about the character of someone, not how much money they have. And I'm exactly the same.
Yes, well, you might not care, but I do. We're gonna be mingling with lots of people who have lots of money. If they think that we're poor because of the people that we associate ourselves with, they'll think that they can take us for fools and try to rip us off in business deals and stuff. If I'm gonna take over your father's company one day, I need to make sure that I have good relationships with the business partners and that I have the respect as well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said anything about you taking over my dad's company? That simply wouldn't happen.
Well, I'm talking to your dad right now. We're having an early dinner, and he's told me that he wants me to be the heir to his company. Whilst he loves you, people simply don't take women as seriously as they do men, and so it would be better if I have the company when he retires.
You're talking to him now, huh?
Yep, we're at the new fancy French restaurant in town. He says hi, by the way.
Well, that's funny, because he's just walked through the front door. So either he's somehow managed to transport himself back home within 1 second, or you're lying to me. So, which is it? Never mind. I think I can figure it out for myself. So if you're lying about this, is there anything else you're lying about?
What? I'm not lying.
Well, considering my dad is sitting right in front of me, I really think you are. So, is there anything else you want to tell me right now before it's too late?
No, honestly, there's nothing else. I was just lying because I was just trying to buy you a surprise for the wedding. I didn't want you to find out, so I tried to come up with a cover. I'm sorry, honey. I hope you're not too mad.
Uh-huh. Is this present's name Tammy, by any chance? Let's be honest. I don't think another woman is the best wedding present for the bride, is it?
What are you on about? Another woman? You're so funny, honey. There's no other woman.
Oh, please. You can stop lying to me. Your brother told me all about how you've been cheating on me since the beginning of our relationship and how you're only marrying me for my father's money. You don't even love me, do you? You just want my dad's money.
No, wait, it's not like that.
Oh, then what's it like, huh?
He's just jealous. That's why I stopped him from coming to the wedding. I knew he'd just ruin our day. I didn't want that to happen to you.
How stupid do you think I am? You've literally just told me that you kicked him out because he was poor.
I swear, I've never cheated.
So then why is there a picture of you and Tammy kissing on her Instagram page?
What?
Yeah, guess she didn't tell you she'd done that? Oh well, it's solid proof to me exactly what kind of a man you are.
But I'm so sorry, Betty. It's you who I love, really. Tammy was just a stupid mistake. Please don't leave me. We were gonna be married.
It's much too late for that, Charlie. Just how you've acted in this conversation alone has shown me that if I were to marry you, I would constantly be worried about whether you were cheating on me or if you were spending all of my family's money. I'm not going to put myself or my family through that. I deserve so much better than that. Better than you, actually.
But what about all the guests? If you cancel now, all of your dad's business partners will think you're the worst.
Well, once I've explained how my husband-to-be was a cheating gold digger, I think they'll more than understand.
No, please, Betty. I can't go back to being poor. I just can't.
You know, I never cared that you didn't have a lot of money when I first met you. I thought you were sweet and charming and funny. I liked you for you. Now I see that that was just a facade you were putting on to fool me. At least your brother has morals and is a nice man. I'm glad I could count on him to set things right.
But he's a penniless loser. You shouldn't listen to someone like him.
He's not penniless anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, after helping me out of a bad situation, I decided to help him as well. As vice president of my father's company, I decided to hire Antonio as our top IT technician. I've seen his work before and I know he's good at his job, and amazingly, we just had a position open up. I thought, what better person to employ than someone who I know will be honest and morally true? Your brother is going to be earning a very nice 6-figure salary. It just goes to show what being honest and kind will get you.
That's not fair. I'm your fiancé. I should have been given that job.
You're not my anything anymore, actually. In case you haven't guessed, we're through. I want nothing to do with you anymore.
Wait, Betty.
Nope. What is it you said? You wanted to have a bit more fun in your life? Well, go and have all of the fun you want. I don't care what you do anymore.
Please, at least give me a little bit of money as compensation for leaving me so suddenly.
Ha 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 ha. That's not happening. Goodbye, Charlie. I hope the next woman you ask to marry you knows exactly what she's getting herself into, because I'm completely done with you. After that, I cut off all contact with Charlie. He tried to message me through various social media sites, begging me to take him back. But I just blocked him every time he popped up. As for Antonio, thanks to his honesty, I knew that I had found a true friend. He loved his job at my father's company, and we've slowly become very good friends. He apparently doesn't keep in touch with his brother, finding him quite horrible after what he did to me. I think there may even be a few sparks between us, but I want to take things slowly and make sure that he likes me and not for my money. Though it does look promising. Wish me luck.